Hi, Susan here, and this is
Siena.
and we're both laughing because the phone that we're filming this on is covered in dirt, and that's because do you like my Band-Aid? Plastic tape. We are planting dahlias, so it's something we started last year, and we're into it again. Pots in hand. So I wanted to say hi and introduce you to Siena. Many of you have been introduced to her in little ways in the past, but she's my beautiful, constantly hat-wearing 12-year-old daughter. And we thought it might be interesting and helpful if we shared a few videos with you over the next little while, just to tie into this kind of wonky, crazy time when things are changing in the world and there's a few added stressors. And,
I didn't notice how bad the table was.
The table's bad. I'm not showing you. All right, so I would like to ask you a question, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So can you tell me what and we haven't practiced this ahead of time. I did that on purpose. I wanted this to be fully genuine. So can you tell me what you know about the coronavirus? And there is no right or wrong answer. I just want to know what you think you know or what you've heard.
I know that it started off somewhere in China. I don't know the dark city. It spreads around very fast, and it's a terrible illness. It's dangerous for elders or for sometimes people with bad asthma or for people who have diseases. It can be very dangerous.
Okay. And what do you wonder about the coronavirus?
How it started.
Okay. What else?
I think that's it. I don't know.
Well, that's pretty good. And so I'm not here doing this video trying to be any kind of expert on the coronavirus. It's just sharing our journey as a mom and daughter and some of the things we're doing and some of the conversations I'm having with my kiddo that you may be interested in, because I know quite a bit about Self-Reg, as you all know, and so how I go about it, and it's not perfect, and it's not going to be perfect for any of you either. But this one is also full of wisdom and full of heart, and so trust your kids too. They have a lot inside that can be part of this process, and I'll talk about that in just a second. So, just to answer your questions, on the level that the basics of what I understand. First off, I love that you said elders instead of elderly. You can tell she spent years living in an indigenous community, so it is dangerous to our seniors and people with pre-existing conditions. And she is now self-regulating by opening and closing my phone case. By self-regulating,
your glasses case that you said your
my
phone
glass case. By self-regulating, I mean she's finding things, to just make it a little bit more comfortable to stay here with all of you. So look for the things your kids are doing too, right? And I crack jokes. I crack jokes about it all the time. But so yes, it did start. My understanding is it started in China and it was transmitted animal to human, and different viruses start in different places, and that just happens to be where this one started. It is very contagious, so we do know that, and it is dangerous, but I also want to tell you lots of cases are really mild. And one of the cool things, kiddos out there watching this, is that the consensus, people tend to think that it's actually the kids are particularly resilient around all of this one. So what we really want to do is avoid its spread. Okay, we'll talk on future videos about other things that change, like no school and more chores. Yeah. Did I mention?
No.
It's coming. It's coming. So we'll talk about all of those sorts of things, and things like, frenzies to buy supplies, and and again, I'm just sharing with you some of the things that I'm doing. Yeah, so I think a lot of your facts are right. I mean, the big ones are that we're really trying hard not to spread it, and we're worried about it, and it's serious, and we're taking it seriously, okay? But you are safe. Wash your hands lots and for long periods of time. I'll definitely share some tips with folks, but that's not really what this is about. This is about us having conversations with one another. So I want to just tell you two things, and then I'm going to leave you with a challenge for today. Two challenges, really, I guess. One is that as a parent, one of the things I'm really trying to do, and I do anyway every day, but especially now, is making sure I do something non-technology based with my daughter, spending some of that time. And we got our hands, we've been going now, we've planted 50 dahlia bulbs, and so our hands are right in the dirt, and we turned on the music and kind of are blasting, the music and having some fun around that, and just that's an important thing too. So not just the coping, not just the keeping each other busy and all of those sorts of things, but things that fill you up and give you joy, keeping things as normal and healthy as you possibly can. The other thing I want to tell you is look for the moments when your child reaches out to you. And kiddos, reach out to your parents in ways, that they can use it too. You just did one for me. Do you remember what it was? We were listening to the music.
Oh yeah,
and what'd you do?
Her old song.
We were listening to the music. I love all different kinds of music, but country seems to be one lately, and it's my thing right lately. And but Siena, at a certain point, we had a moment. The first time we tried to do this video, she had a moment, and I helped her through. And then we went about planting, and then what did she do? She puts on our song, and we have this song that maybe we'll share with you, that we do this really wonky, silly. Everybody, all her friends think I'm nuts, but in a good way. In a good way, I hope.
They all know.
They all know. So we do this song. She put on our song, and it's a Pink song. We went to a Pink concert this fall, and it's a great song, but we do this really dramatic sort of acting out thing, and that's what she did. And talk about finding a moment where I felt better and we felt connected. I mean, those are some of the things that we need to do. So I have a challenge for folks that I'm going to put out there, for kids or kids and parents, that I'm going to put out there, and I'm going to give it to you. You have a challenge tonight. But before I go there, do you have anything? Let's fish lips stop. Do you have anything that you would like to say to the folks who can now only see your ear? Now they can see your pom-pom.
About the coronavirus?
About anything. No, not about the coronavirus. About today and how you're feeling, or questions, or...
I'm happy that school's out.
There's a number of children that are. I think you're going to be a little less happy if it goes on for a long time. We'll talk about that. So I know it's hard on parents too, and we'll be sharing some ideas for you. So here's your challenge, and here's your challenge. I would like to hear some playlists. So you are a master at the playlists. Put one on and include our song, which is "What About Us?" or "What About Me?" "What About Us?"
What about it?
Put on a playlist together for right now that makes you feel good, uplifts you, right? And for us, I mean, we keep playlists all the time, but I challenge you to put together a playlist, and I'm going to invite you to share it with all of us. And what uplifts you is not going to be the same as what uplifts us, and that's really part of it. So looking forward to hearing your playlists. Take care, and thank you, Cece.